Hello and welcome back to the Variant Geek Podcast. My name is Brennan.
I'm Zach,
And I am Jason.
and in this week's episode, we're talking about MMOs,
Not
Yes.
MMAs?
not MMAs.
Oh,
not
MMOs.
MMOs.
What does MMO stand for?
Massive Multiplayer Online?
Nah, Cap.
Ah, dang. But before we get into that, some recent news in geekdom. I actually wrote some stuff down.
That's helpful.
The new Steam, since it's been a while since our last episode, the Steam Deck was released, or
Yeah.
announced.
Yeah, it's
That's
like, I
kinda
was like,
cool.
I don't know yet, but yes.
It can play League of Legends, which means it's automatically inferior to the Switch.
Yep. You saw that too?
Excuse
Yeah,
Or
I
you
you.
did.
sent that, I think.
The meme was the Steam Deck plays, LOL. The Switch does not. That means the Switch is superior.
Yes.
Yep. The new Nickelodeon fighting game was announced.
Oh, I didn't even
Gonna
see
try
that.
and compete with Smash Bros.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen.
It's literally just Smash Bros with Nickelodeon characters.
Which is
Oh.
really fun, but like some of those Nickelodeon characters, I'm like, why did you choose them?
What do they have
chose
on there?
Okay, so they chose here. I'll pull up the list really quick. But I know Korra's on there, but Aang is not.
What? I wonder if
Like,
Aang's not like a Nickelodeon property anymore,
Oh,
though.
he is. Oh, maybe he's not.
Because it's on Netflix, not Paramount.
Well, I would say that it might be like because they're starting the new Avatar universe world.
All I know is
whatever.
I have a Korra Pop Funko now.
Okay, all the confirmed characters. All right. So Helga from Hey Arnold, Danny Phantom,
Love him. Favorite TV show.
Sandy Cheeks,
Love her. Favorite TV show.
Zim,
I never watched that show.
Nigel Thornberry,
That's my main. That's my main right there.
Main.
Michelangelo,
Like the painter?
Leonardo,
Like the painter? Or sculptor?
Leonardo da Vinci,
Painter.
Da
Sculptor,
Vinci.
everything.
SpongeBob SquarePants,
Like the
Patrick
painter?
Is it just
Star.
those two? Is it just the two turtles? Not the other two?
Yep, just those two for now.
I'm assuming they're
But
gonna.
not Leo
like,
and Raph. Leo and Raph will be DLC because everyone will want
Yeah.
Leo
No,
and Raph.
it's Michelangelo and Leo.
I know. I'm saying
Don
Leo and Raph.
No, Don and Raph.
Donatello and Raph.
Again. Oh, it's Don and Raph, not Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Leo and Mikey in the.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god. God, I'm so tired. Anyway, keep going.
SpongeBob, Patrick, Reptar from Rugrats.
Nah.
Lincoln Loud, Lucy Loud from the Loud
Oh,
House.
God.
I hadn't heard of. I don't think.
Can you
I've
say that
actually heard
again?
of people. Lincoln Loud and Lucy Loud from the Loud House.
In the Loud House, and Brody watches that or watched.
Oblina from Real Monsters.
What?
And Powdered Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy.
My God, what a strange group to start.
And then they also added Korra from Korra.
Nah.
Mm,
She
Korra.
from Star Wars.
Dang, you're right.
yes.
They announced a Witcher mobile game, which is going to be similar to Pokemon Go, but Witcher.
Ew.
Witcher Season 2 got a trailer that comes out, and it comes out December 17th.
Ooh.
Demon Slayer Season 2 got a new trailer, and some new art was leaked for it. Quiet Place 2 is now on Paramount Plus.
Interesting.
They got a trailer for Kill Team, which I was not.
Yes,
expecting.
I sent you that, and I was like,
Yeah.
sexy. It's sexy.
I didn't know they actually made trailers.
It was a
like
good
that
trailer,
for-
too.
It was a good trailer.
Skitari and, or it was either Guard. Oh, it was not Skitari. I think it was Guard, but like Death Guard or Death Core. That's what it was. And Orcs. And the Orcs kicked their asses somehow.
There's a John Wick spin-off. It was going to be a movie called The Continental, but now it's going to be a mini-series with 3 90-minute episodes. And then Japan broke the world record for the fastest internet speed.
Interesting.
They were able to make basically a speed that downloaded stuff at 319 terabits per second.
Jesus.
So you'd be able to download the entire package of Call of Duty Cold War, which is about 220 gigs, in I think it's like 5/10 of a second,
What?
if that.
Dude, what?
It's like 0.00. It's either 0.005 or 0.0005 seconds.
And all of this speed can be yours for the low, low price of $17 million a month.
Literally, though.
But that's all the news I have.
Huh.
How you guys been doing?
Good. Good. My sister came and visited out here, and we went and looked at some colleges for her, so that was fun.
Nice.
As you both know.
Jason, how you been doing?
Oh, loving life.
Well, that was a
Starting
lie.
job
I'm just kidding.
in the near future. I have
Did you
training
get it?
tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, you did. I didn't get that update.
Oh, you're getting the house?
No.
Oh. Oh, wait, are you talking about the librarian job?
Yes.
No.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Can we come check out books from your library?
Probably not.
What? Why? I can't check out books from the elementary school?
You'd need to get a library pass, and we don't make those, unfortunately.
Dang.
Can I come visit you at work?
If you want to.
Yay. Mr. Melhoff, the librarian. Are you going to get some librarian glasses to go along with it?
I told you I'm going to be a sexy librarian, so you best bet your butt I'm going to get a bun. I'm going to only, like, my...
Only skirts.
Well, only consists of, like, ankle-length skirts and cardigans.
Mm-hmm.
My hair will always be up in a bun with glasses. I might do red lipstick.
But once that bun comes down and the glasses come off, it's like you've never seen him before.
Margot Robbie. Have you seen that the SNL skit?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
Anywho, there's a new Skyward Sword that came out, and Zach has been.
Zach's been no-lifing.
He's been no-lifing the absolute crap out of it.
I've been no-lifing Minecraft, so I can be made fun of more than him. So
Oof.
It's a fun game. There are times where it just makes me. Some of the solutions just are dumb, because I literally, like, today I spent like 10-15 minutes running around the same area trying to figure out where to go, and there's a little dig hole right next to the safe spot that was just hidden.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But overall, I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I like all the gadgets we can use in this game. I actually almost like some of them more than what you can use in Breath of the Wild.
Walk through some of the gadgets, Zachary.
I mean, you got your claw shot, which is like your grappling hook. You got a whip. You have a bomb pouch. You have a bow and arrow, a slingshot. The bow and arrow you don't get until pretty late game.
Yeah.
Some digging mitts. Bellows. I think that's what the word is for it.
Yeah, it's basically like a thing that pushes out air.
No, that. What else? Hold on.
What am I listening to right now? Do you literally have the game going in the background?
Yes. A beetle that you can send out to go grab stuff for you.
Yeah.
And a bug net. And I think that's pretty much it.
A bug net.
Overall, it's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. More Legend of Zelda games, but there's only... I mean, I guess there's Link's Awakening for the Switch as well. But, alright, let's get into the episode today.
Were we going to do announcements now or at the end?
We can do them now.
Do them now? Do you want to start with the Rays one like usual?
Sure, we'll do that.
Go!
So, yeah, go for Rays. We're very proudly sponsored by them.
Yes.
So go to repsports.com and use what code, Jason?
VG Podcast at checkout.
And you get a whopping
15%.
Whew, I know that's a lot. I mean, that's better than some Some other I mean, like, other people like Bricky, they only get 10% off for gamer subs. Well, we get 15% off for Rays.
Yes,
But are we Bricky? I don't know.
No.
Who is Bricky?
And then I have an exciting new announcement. A new friendo of ours. So this is kind of a special one, I think. Sponsor, but not. More of a kindness for our kindness. But a good friend of all of ours, Jamie McGowan, who just graduated from the university that Zach and I attend, and Jason used to work at. Rest in peace. He launched a line of travel bags, and he was gracious enough to gift us one, and I told him we'd throw his name out there. Honestly, I really really like them. They're like a vintage but modern at the same time kind of feel to them. They're like leather and canvas type of like travel bags, and they have everything from like backpacks, which you can. I have one that has like I have a laptop pouch and I have like a book pouch and everything, so like I can put like my iPad and laptop and keep them safe. Whereas like in my other bag, they get bent and like messed up, as you both saw the warping effects of a year in my bag.
Yeah.
So I actually really like them. And he also has like duffel bags, which are really nice for traveling. They look really nice. There's all kinds of colors. There's like gray, blue. There's like a beige, a green, and like black. There's a lot more to come too. But yeah, it's very, very well run. He always has some kind of like discounts deal going where when you like go to the website, it'll have that pop up of like drop your email and you get like 10% off, so on and so forth. And he always has sales going on. And he's a really easy guy to work with too. And he has his email in there, and you can contact him and be like, hey, and ask him questions, and he'll get back to you. Yeah, he's really, 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 really good little business. And it's doing really well for him. So I want to get the word out as much as I can. So I figured, why not here where all of our good friends are listening? So yeah, go support Jamie McGowan on his Audacia travel company.
Woo! Is the link in the
Yeah, I'll put Brandon, send me the link.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the description.
Woo!
And now on to the episode. So MMOs,
12 minutes in.
they're near and dear to a lot of people's hearts.
Yes, they are.
Especially Brennan, who, as everybody knows from our previous episodes, is an avid WoW player.
I'm getting a job with them.
Did you? Are you?
We'll see.
Were you?
We'll see. I'll tell you about it after. Just keep going. We're going to talk about this stuff.
But I mean, yeah, a lot of I really like an MMO I really want to play, but I don't want to buy is Final Fantasy 14 Online, just because I heard that game's really fun.
My former boss at Caribou no-lifes it, and I
Really?
respect it. Yes, he has a bunch of max level characters.
Ooh, good for him.
As I think it was that game. I was watching a video, and it had like one of the worst bosses in terms, like it had like 9 million health or something like that, and it literally, I don't think a single like group of people were able to beat that boss.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like, or maybe some of them like one group was able to, but it literally took them like, God, I want to say it took like 20 something hours.
I wouldn't be
Jesus.
Of
surprised.
constant playing and attacking to actually whittle it down enough to kill it.
That's not surprising.
I think they fixed it, but overall, I mean, I heard it's a really fun game, and I've played a total of 1 month of WoW.
Yeah,
and I
he did.
enjoyed it.
He did. That was a fun. I think it was. We fell into the trap of we were going through a lot of. We didn't really explore a whole lot of what the game had to offer. As someone who's played the game a lot, I mean, shoot, they even have friggin' Pokemon in WoW now. Like, there's pet battles and everything, which are a fun little mechanic to do. There's all kinds of crafting you can do that we really didn't explore that much. Fishing, we didn't really explore. Mining, herbalism, and all that stuff. We didn't really explore a whole lot of that. Or like mount farming or doing raids. We did a few dungeons that we did, right?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah. We did a few dungeon runs, but we did mostly a lot of campaign, or but not campaign, excuse me, but like expansion story stuff. And I don't think that's the best representation of WoW, especially because especially when you're like in those first areas of like a new launch, because all the mobs are getting farmed for quests, and it becomes that monotonous just continuation of fetch quest after fetch quest after fetch quest after fetch quest, and it's fun for a while, but then it starts to get repetitive. That's why I like those other elements of the game. Like you can take a break from the monotony of fetch quests and do some dungeon runs. Especially like they have time walking dungeons now. So like you can go back to like a Burning Crusade dungeon from several years ago, or like do one from like Mop from Mists of Pandaria and stuff like that when you're in the current expansion still. I think that's a nice thing that they offer for players so that they don't get bored out of their minds doing the same tasks over and over again, which I think we kind of ran into at the end there.
Yeah.
And it is a grind. Apparently they made it better. I haven't played since they revamped leveling because they reset level cap to 60. So shoot, when we were playing, it was 110.
Something like that, maybe.
Why did they do that? Like,
Yeah.
Why did they change the?
Because it's one of the hard things with starting World of Warcraft. You start a character, you level 1. And then you start playing, and you're like, "Ooh, raids sound fun!" Like, and you're like level 25, and it's like must be level 120 to play, and it's like it's taking me hours to get to this. What do you mean I need to be 100? You know what I mean? It's really daunting to look at like really big level caps and locking like end game, like raids and things like that behind level caps. That's one of the downfalls I think WoW had for a long, long time. But apparently, in the way they've revamped it, it's apparently a lot better and more accessible. I've been too busy to warrant like spending money monthly for the subscription when I don't have time to play it.
I was gonna say,
Especially with us trying to get like the Apex Legends grind, trying to do this kind of stuff. Me trying to write a whole D&D campaign right now, which is taking more time than I thought. I'm trying to write a friggin' movie right now. There's a lot going on.
I'm assuming that if like either of you get computers, like PCs, when you're adults, and when I mean adult, I mean like out of college, full-time job, stuff like that. I would assume you might go into doing things like getting subscriptions or.
Oh, I definitely will, because then I won't. It'll take the element of classes out that I'm not having to deal with, and it'll be that nice little, end of the day thing I could do for 15, 20 minutes a day, even, and be fine. But that's me. I'm totally fine going on to WoW and like doing a couple fetch quests and getting off. Like I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? I'm used to it. But it is one of those things that it can be daunting to get to max level for raids, and I think that's kind of why we fizzled out, because we joined, like I had Zach and I played it at a time when that level cap was set really high, and we even got a character boost, but it was still trying to get, because once the higher level you get, it takes longer to level up.
Yeah.
And I had like heirloom gear on, because you can buy heirloom gear and it like levels you faster, and I leveled faster, and it becomes one of those things where it's not fun when you're just trying to grind out levels to get to do like raids, which are really exciting and like the penultimate experience for WoW.
Yeah.
And there's PvP, but that shit's cancer. So.
Are you sure?
Then, well, I mean, because especially with WoW, but with most MMOs, you fall into the pitfall of like, yeah, I'll get on for like 10, 15 minutes. I'm just going to do these 1 or 2 fetch quests. And then that quest leads to another quest, which leads to this other quest, which leads to this just gigantic branching of quests that you end up doing for like 5 hours. And then you look at the clock, you're like, oh my God.
And you're like, it's 3 a.m.
Yeah, you really, really got to have restraint.
See, and that's something I don't have. And I take that when I'm looking at how I play Minecraft, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, I've been sitting here for 6 hours playing Minecraft. What's happening?
Yes, I understand that very much.
But I think the MMO I've probably played the most would probably be ESO, Elder Scrolls Online.
Really?
Because I got it, I think, close to when it first came out.
And
I played it a decent chunk with some of my older friends for like 2-3 months during the summer. And then it kind of fizzled out because they stopped playing, and then I didn't really feel like playing alone.
That makes
I haven't really
sense.
played much or any of the new expansions, like the new Greywood expansion. Crap, I don't even know what some of the expansions. Somerset, I don't think I've done much of that.
There's Dawnguard. Oh, there's so many.
Dawnguard, I know, and then they're coming out with
Elsewhere.
they're coming out with the Oblivion DLC
Mm-hmm.
or expansion.
Greymore, I think, is the
Greymore,
newest one.
Greymore, yeah.
But see, and so I'm gonna be a little. What's the word? Like, I'll be on the anti, or like it's the counterpoint. I don't really much care for MMOs. I don't like the there's like almost no NPCs. I don't like playing games where it's like I don't like the multiplayer aspect. That's what I don't like.
What MMOs have you been playing, buddy? There's a lot of NPCs.
No, like when I mean NPCs, I don't mean like there's no NPCs. What I mean is like I don't like the fact that like you're playing with a bunch of other people on the face of this planet, and it just seems like cancer.
Yeah.
Fair. See, that's why I like one thing I really, really like about like World of Warcraft and the way their servers work, and a lot of other MMOs do this. It's just I've seen it most flawlessly with WoW. Is there's different server types. So like people who are really like the cancer of PvP, they join a PvP server. You can do PvE, and it's like there's like questing servers. There's there's roleplay servers because people are strange.
Okay, and that's another thing. Like when you went and danced at the tavern, like when you were playing WoW. I was just like, oh, why? Like, some people...
I needed that money, bro.
Oh, yeah. Some of the amount of depth I've heard some people go into when they
oh my god.
WoW, like
yes!
There's some really, really infamous... I was going to
say, it's definitely infamous.
Roleplay servers. I'm trying to think of the name of one of them, but like they get really like those people like literally just try and embody their character in every possible way.
Ugh. I remember I when I first got into like D&D and whatnot and started really liking that aspect, like you know, role playing because RPGs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's Moonguard. I'm pretty sure is
that's the one
really is the screwed up one that I showed you that one time. I was like, hey, you want to see some garbage? Anyway, one of my buddies, he's like, hey, he's like, let's try. He's like, this is really fun. What if we try to do this in like WoW? I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. Like that'd be fun. I could play my cleric, like make a paladin in game, but like RP cleric. That'd be fun. But then he had us join the Moonguard server because he had done WoW RP. I was like, oh, whatever. I trust him. He's a normal enough guy. That was my first mistake.
Yeah.
So we go on, and it was fine for like a few weeks, but then it started getting really weird, dude. It's fine. Like I don't mind the people being like, I'm a this level, this blah blah blah. Like it's fine. Like it was fun. But it started to get weird when people got, you know, and not just like obviously there's the inappropriate side that's really frustrating. But like when people are like getting really mad, they're like, you didn't address me by my proper name. Like my name is this of this realm and I'm the Moonguard. I'm like, what? I'm just trying to have fun, play the game. I don't get it. I've never really understood RP in games like that. Like go play D&D. Like I don't understand how they do it with I don't know, but it's not for me, and it is for some people, so good for them.
Yeah, I mean the one I'll join Jason on one point. One thing that I don't really like about MMOs is the fact that the trailers are beautiful, like the SWOTR trailers that I've seen are just beautiful. Like I want to watch a movie or a show with like that animation. Like that is just
you've seen the movie, Zach.
It is crisp. Wait, what movie?
The World of Warcraft movie.
Oh no, not like I want it with
I
the
know.
Dude, I don't know why they didn't just do their animation. It was so much better than that. Than what they did.
Oh my god, the animation is just so good. And then you like the first time I ever heard of WoW, like I watched like the Mists of Pandaria expansion, and I was like, oh my god, that looks so cool. I can't wait to like do that sometime. And then, I play WoW and I look at my character, I look at the graphics and everything. I'm like, that looks nothing like the trailer.
They have gotten a lot better. They did a lot of character model updates and it looks a lot better. But yeah, it's never going to look like the trailers for anything.
Yeah.
But MMOs is, I think, the most infamous case of that.
Oh yeah, like
dude, Star Wars: The Old Republic, especially. Like I remember I watched the High Republic trailer, the one with the brothers.
Oh,
or whatever it is.
I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah.
But yeah, and I was like, wow, this looks amazing, and I downloaded it immediately. I turned it on, and I was like, this is potato.
Yeah.
You really went potato.
Mm-hmm. I played it though.
That's the other thing. Like, you can, if you want to play MMOs for free, most of the time you can pretty much get by playing them for absolutely free to a certain extent. Because once you finish like, the base story or you get to a certain level, you can't do anything else. Or like, they have certain things locked behind paywalls.
Like with WoW, you can't do trading and you can't like do certain aspects of conversation. You can't join guilds, things like that when you have a starter account. I don't mind having one thing I like about WoW with the starter account is I highly recommend before anyone either purchases the game or purchases a subscription. Oh, by the way, they dropped the subscription price. Thank you, Blizzard.
They're like, God bless Blizzard.
God bless. Couldn't have done that 10 years ago. Anyway. I highly, highly recommend in any game that has this type of a thing, like if it's like a level lock, play every class to that level lock to really figure out what you like. And if you even like the game enough to pay for it, because like you might play one class up to level 20, like in WoW, and be like, wow, this is the best thing ever. And then you pay for it, and then you start playing that class, and then you get to a higher level, and you're like, wow, this guy's garbage.
I think
and then you never play it again.
That you just said is spend about 100 hours grinding every
it's really not that difficult to get.
No.
You can literally get to level 20 in WoW now in like 20-30 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
It's at least they have like a leveling island in WoW now where it's like a different story totally unattached from any of the main stories, and I think that's really cool because you get your own little experience start to end with the story.
Okay.
It's the same every time, but it's cool the first couple of times.
I just thought it was funny that you're like
different perspectives for each side, so it's cool.
Oh, I just thought it was funny that you're like, if you don't know what you're doing, just spend 100 hours and then figure out.
Well,
what
and to be fair, like
that's how you play the game.
That's how you play the game. So like you might as well and find out, because after that much time, you'll really have a feel. Like maybe you like classes that have ranged, and then you got to whittle it down from there. Or like maybe you like healing classes, which you got like 3 to choose from.
Yeah.
Or you like spellcasters. Do you like weapons? Stuff like that. It's really helpful because every class there's a grouping that like they're similar, and this is for every game. Like classes are similar, but they're different enough that you really need to like try everything at least once.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe you do a couple levels and you're like, this character sucks, delete it, and then there you go, you don't have to play to level 20.
Then boom, done. Okay, so what is your least favorite character, both of you, because I've never played WoW. Like, what is your character type?
I've played one character.
Okay.
I was a paladin, right? I think I was a support paladin.
I like how
you were.
You're like, I'm not quite sure.
What were you?
God,
what were you? I don't even remember.
I changed my Blizzard password because
you got hacked.
I got hacked.
Yep. That's the biggest issue. Dude, hackers are such a big problem with Blizzard. But I will say getting an authenticator is so nice because it's free now. You don't have to. I have a physical one and I had to pay for that. Which is a problem because if you lose it, you can't get into your account. But you can get one on your phone now, by the way, Zach. So that's cool now that we don't play the game anymore. And then your account's protected because then it's just a bunch of randomly generated numbers that you have to use every time you log in, and it changes every time, obviously. Also, definitely not me logging into WoW right now so I can look at all my characters and decide who I hate the most. But, yeah, no, it's... hacking is an issue with Blizzard, especially specifically WoW. It has been since the game started. I got hacked once when I was like 15, and I lost everything, and I stopped playing the game for like 4 years. But then I got an authenticator, and yeah. But we're forgetting to mention the most important MMO of all time, Wizard 101.
Actually, I was going to mention an even better one.
Pirate 101?
No, even better than that.
Pirate 102.
Club Penguin?
Club Penguin.
Oh, rip in peace.
Never played it.
I have never
You
played
never
it either.
played Club Penguin?
I didn't either.
No.
Club Penguin?
There's no reason
What?
to.
I am an adult.
I saw the cringe compilations of Club Penguin, and I said no. Y'all thought Moonguard was bad and WoW, play Club Penguin.
Zachary.
Gold.
I am an
just misses
adult.
his Club Penguin waifu.
His girlfriend who
Club Penguin was gold growing up. Like, I loved Club Penguin.
was it gold?
It was top tier gaming right there. And then
I'm so glad
once I
that you
left
think
middle
that.
school, I don't think I ever played it again.
Yeah.
But
Once I turned 12.
Once I grew up.
Those elementary school days, oh boy, how did I love Club Penguin. Like that, literally, Pop Tropica and Club Penguin were mostly what I played in our computer lab.
I'm so glad you could do your learning by playing
Club
we have
Penguin.
free time sometimes, and like I was a really smart kid. Now I'm stupid.
Oof.
Well, I got all my stuff.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm kidding.
We are all kidding.
I think I hate monks the most in WoW. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. I'm not a huge, kind of just going off of that tangent, just to answer your earlier question, Jason. So, like, my highest levels that I have a shaman, a rogue, and a hunter. So, like, hunters in WoW, you not necessarily use pets. Like, if you're a marksman, you use just, like, guns or bows. And then there's, like, other ones you use pets, which go fight in. And it's cool. I really like hunters. Rogues are very toxic, usually. They like to PK a lot, player kill. I'm one of those people. My favorite thing to do is fly into like a starting zone and then go stealth and then just start killing a bunch of low-level players because I'm psychopathic like that. Which is always really fun. But then there's like a realm protector group that like will come find you and it's like, oh shoot, you got to fly away from them. And then I really, really like my shaman because it's a nice blend of magic and melee. So I really, really like those kinds of classes. But let's see here. I'm just going to hit create new. And we're going to go through all, like, look at these. Warriors are kind of boring. It's just melee the whole time. Mages are kind of broke. All the casters are pretty good. Probably priest. I like priest the least. I'm not a huge fan of healers.
That's fair.
I don't really like healing in MMOs because then you're blamed for everything.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Like, if you screw up, or even if you don't screw up, like... I remember one of the best memes for like World of Warcraft especially is like in a raid someone just stands in fire and dies and they're like, where's the healer? And it's like, you're standing in fire. Like
you're on fire. No one is there.
Paladins are insanely overpowered. Like, oh my god, they used to be insanely broken. Like they had this thing called bubble where they'd literally just throw up a bubble and start healing and you can't hurt them at all. And they would just tank all kinds of damage. Monks are okay. Talk to Sal about monks. Death Knights are a class for if you don't want to you don't understand how to play the game, you just want to do crazy damage and be toxic.
Oh, that's me.
So Demon Hunter, I don't know. Demon Hunter are the weeb class, I call them. They got wings and horns and tragic backstories.
Me though.
And then like druids turn into animals and stuff, and they're pretty cool. But yeah, probably healers. I just don't like healers. Very much.
When I play, like, because I ended up just being the healer, and I think that's one reason I started to get turned off, is because every time we did dungeons, I was the healer.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, because...
And I wanted...
Yeah,
I wanted to
you
be
were
like,
definitely a paladin healer spec. Yep.
And but I had to play the healer, and then I would try and heal people, and then they'd yell at me for not healing them enough.
You're sitting there, you're like, heal! It's not working.
I'm pressing those like 9 different keys.
He's like, I don't know what I'm
Fast as I
doing.
can.
I'm like, oh god. God.
But also, just make sure you guys, to our listeners, get in the comments and support Club Penguin as the best MMO of all time.
Nah, dude. Wizard 101.
Nah, dude. I don't
Pirate
even know.
101.
Yeah.
Never played it. Let's go play it right now,
Neither
guys.
have I. We actually last year played like a little bit of Wizard 101 before we got locked behind the paywall.
Oh.
Yeah, we were like, is this game as cancer as I remember? And then we played it, and I was like, huh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
But let's talk about one of the MMOs that I have never played. I don't think Brandon's ever played either, but Jason has.
What?
RuneScape.
I've played RuneScape, brother.
I didn't know if you played RuneScape.
Not a whole lot of it, but I played RuneScape. I've been playing a decent chunk of.
Have you played the newer RuneScape, or have you played old school RuneScape?
Old school.
Yes.
Anyway,
I was gonna say, Jason, you talk about it. You're more qualified.
No, I'm not. But anyway,
You played it more than all of us.
so I remember growing up, we used to play RuneScape, like my older brother and I. And what we would do was we would literally get on the computer, and then you'd play for like 3 hours, and all you do was grind. And so it was like there's you could level up different like areas, and I remember my brother doing agility, and it's like you go to this like agility park, and I remember watching him do this agility park for hours, and it's literally you click and then you click, and he like goes over a log, goes across a bridge, goes under something, goes across a log, goes over a bridge, and it's click, 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 click. And oh, it was cancer. It was so long. But if you buy it, it's you get a lot of cool stuff. I didn't get to buy it. My brother did, though. He got like 1 month for like $1.
Jeez.
And then you got Neverwinter, which I played a little bit of. I just never could get into it.
I played quite a few hours of it, but then again, there's a paywall aspect for that too.
What about?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what is it called? Fallout.
Fallout 76.
Fallout 76. How much positivity there was behind that game?
So I wouldn't qualify that truly as an MMO, because the most amount of people I ran into in a session in Fallout 76 is like 7.
Oh.
Because the map's huge and only so many people are allotted into a server at a time. It's okay. It's a lot better. It's a lot better now than it was at launch. It was a train wreck. The game was not playable, and you all know, everyone who listens know, I'm a huge fan of the Fallout series. So it was a really big letdown that game was poo-poo dookie. And then they made this huge announcement that they were going to bring NPCs, because one of the problems was Fallout thrives off of its well-written NPCs and NPC interaction. Well, there was no NPCs in the entire game, because they really were trying to promote like multiplayer aspects, and they took all the NPCs out. And other than like obviously enemies, and the only enemies were like some friggin' ash people and some bugs. It was pretty crap. And then they were like, oh, what was it called? It was called like it was like the Explorers, or like the Travelers, or some crap like that. And it was bringing NPCs back into the game, and everyone lost their minds. They're like, thank God this game will be playable. And then they're like, by the way, it's $100 a year.
And then they said,
and everyone's like, cool, we're still not playing this game. So then they made it free, as they should have been done to begin with. Now they're actually making money off the game, because people are buying cosmetics and stuff. But yeah, the game was really bad to start. I still think leveling is kind of a pain in the game. Like, I have a character that I've played quite a few hours on, and it's only like level 30. And I run into people that are like max level running around in power armor. I was like, I haven't even seen power armor yet. How are you doing? But it's a lot better now.
That's good.
What are you two is eating right now?
I was sipping on a mango dragon fruit lemonade from Starbucks Corporation.
think it was
the
that
corporation that gives you a pound of coffee a week.
A
good.
week?
A day?
Can I have one of those pounds of coffee?
Mm-mm.
No.
Dang.
I have to go into work to get it, Zachary. You get it on Friday.
Look, just go in there, look at them, and be like, "Give me coffee," and I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
But anyway, is there anything else?
I mean, I was kind of like scrolling through some of the MMOs that are like, there's Star Trek Online. I've heard that. I've seen that. That's a thing.
Yeah.
EVE
Lord of the
Online, which we
Rings?
talked about.
Dude,
Yeah,
EVE
Lord of the Rings.
Online, that was so sad. The documentary we watched on gaming, Zach.
Yeah,
Do you remember that? Were you with me for that, or was that Sal and me?
that was selling you.
Oh my god, there was a whole... So the whole documentary, I highly recommend it. Oh god, what's it called? It's on Netflix, I think. But the whole documentary was like about like the growth of video games. Like especially as like a sport, like with esports.
Yeah.
And a big part of it, it's called... Oh god. I think it's called Not a Game. That's what it's called. And yeah, it's this. I'll just read the description straight up. This documentary offers an honest look at our fraught, complex relationship to video games from the perspectives of gamers and their concerned parents. And it's like it's basically it's a documentary I'd recommend to anyone who's like a huge fan of gaming, or like if someone has aspirations to join like a competitive gaming group and like wants to make it their job, which is completely feasible now in the world that we live in if you're good enough and put in the time. But like, you know, you have family that doesn't support that, because that is one of those sports that you really got to get into young, in my opinion, because games are constantly changing and getting faster, so you need a younger mind to really be able to pick that up, I personally think. Like you look at like Apex, like we play, and you look at like the early days of like Fortnite when Ninja was huge, and no, like Ninja's still amazing and he'd still clap me probably in anything, but like you can tell he's slowing down because the older he gets, like scientifically you slow down, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things I highly recommend. Like if that's something that you want to do or even have an interest in, show your parents that documentary, because it's a really good exploration of that. But there was a storyline at the end with EVE Online that just broke my heart about a kid who played it, who had an illness, and I don't want to say anything else about it. It was a beautiful little segment, and I cried. And I don't cry at stuff like that, so it was very, very well done documentary, and I highly recommend it.
Good.
I guess in brighter news. So like because we were like when we were coming up with this idea for MMOs as a topic. I think it was Brennan was like, yeah, because I was like, I haven't really played that many MMOs, and he's like, and then you brought up Anthem and something else.
I brought up Anthem and Outriders, but that's like with 76. It's not really an MMO. It's more just like servers of certain amounts of people.
Because like, how many people would you would have to be in a server in order for you to consider it a massive? Because I think most people you can have in a server. I know in Anthem you can have 4 people. It's like a 4-person co-op game.
That's it.
Yeah, 4 people.
Oh,
you can have. It's like Destiny in a sense, like group, like party wise, like when you go do like a dungeon or something.
Oh, stuff like that. People. Oh, okay.
But that like the entire game is only 4 people.
Oh. Huh. I thought there was like a hub or something. I don't know why I thought that, but whatever.
Because like, yeah, would you consider Destiny an MMO? Because like you can only have like 4 or like 8 people, I think, or something like that max, and like on your team, and like multi like PvP aspects. But then in dungeons you can only have 4 people, and then yeah, there is a hub world, but you can't really do a whole bunch of interactions there. And I think the max people in a hub in Destiny and Destiny 2, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think it's like it's nowhere near like WoW size or ESO size or any of those other like MMO giants.
Yeah.
Right.
Hell, I think even Club Penguin had pretty decent sized servers. But like, how many people would you guys consider required to?
I don't know, 60 maybe.
I would
I don't know.
probably between 20 and 100. Because
So like,
I would just because 20 seems like.
And
a
it
lot
depends
of
on
people.
it depends on the size of the game too. Like something like WoW, like if you had 20 people in a server, you're never gonna see any of those people because it's massive,
Well, yeah.
as the game is titled. Whereas things like Destiny, there's only certain areas where like the patrol areas. There's really the only places you're gonna see people, and the only time you see them is at like the public events.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know.
because like because like with 20 to like 20 plus people, I guess, would you consider technically games like the new Battlefield that's coming out that has they'll have servers of like 100?
No, because that's match based.
So in order to be an MMO, do you think there has to be questing involved?
I think that
Yeah.
Well, because if it's MMO RPG, especially, you're going to want to have like less like player versus player, or less like battle royale, and more. Oh, here's a quest. Come up to this NPC, and the quest is to fight this enemy that spawns every 10 minutes, every 5 minutes.
Because there's a new MMO out. It's Amazon's new MMO. I've been seeing stuff about it here and there.
Is it going to be the one I told you about and you didn't know anything about a while ago?
It's called New World.
New World? Yeah. Yeah, I told you guys about that.
I don't know what that is, though.
The game doesn't know what it wants to be.
Yeah, I've
though.
heard multiple not heard, but seen multiple different reviews being like, yeah, it has an identity crisis.
There's so many different like genres being crammed into one another in there. There's like steampunk, and there's like high gothic, and like medieval, and like Renaissance, and like different arts. It does not know what it wants to be, and it just looks like cancer, and I don't want to play it. But I don't know. I'll try anything once, video game wise.
Crafting, refining, gathering, and camping.
Does that mean you'll try Doki Doki Literature Club?
That's a game. It's not an MMORPG.
It's not a game. It's trash.
It's
a game.
Weird, is what it is.
Buy it.
Yeah, you can. You know what else you can buy, Zachary?
No, don't.
You can buy a Bible and read the Bible.
Okay, Connor.
You know what else you can buy, Jason? Raise Energy.
You know what else you can buy, Zachary?
What?
Audacia travel bags.
And with that, are we good with this
I think we're
episode?
At a good stopping point.
We gonna go play Minecraft now?
I have to vacuum and mow and weed whack. So yes.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, thank you for joining us on the Variant Geek Podcast.
Make sure you turn into our Twitch streams. Brennan streams his stuff. I'm
rarely now, but yes.
A Mass Effect playthrough. I'm on Mass Effect 2.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. You doing the female shepherd?
I am doing female shepherd.
Like I said, I didn't realize that she is the same voice actress as a lot of things.
Oh yeah, Jennifer Hales does a lot of stuff, and like Martin Sheen is the main bad guy, at least in 2.
Really?
Not main
Dude,
bad guy.
there's 6 voice actors in the entire world. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, you're right.
It's
Vin Diesel.
No. Family.
Groot. He's
Family.
not the body of Groot. He voices Groot.
Oh my God,
Family.
can we just end this episode?
Yes.
Okay, thank you guys for watching. We hope you have a great rest of your evenings, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.